previous lessons, we discussed a Cartesian plane, and we also learned how to plot any point. This lesson will focus on looking more closely at the x and y values and filling out a table of values. You can graph any equation using a table of values, and this table of values will allow you to determine the points that can be used to create a graph. Let's have a look. In this table of values, we'll notice that we know what the x value is, but we're missing the y value. Our equation is y equals x plus 6. So if we replace the x with 0, 0 plus 6 equals 6. So I know that if I have 0 on the x, the y value will be 6. If I then look at my x value of 7, I can replace the x with the 7, and I know that 7 plus 6 is 13. So if my x value is 7, my y value has to be 13. We'll continue on like this. If my x value is 3, so I've replaced the x with the 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. And as I continue to do the same thing, I'll know if my x value is 9, my y value is 15. If my x value is 4, my y value equals 10. This equation is y equals x minus 3. Or, as we also know how to say, what's the difference between 3 and x? Let's have a look. If x equals 6, we can ask what's the difference between 3 and 6? And we know the answer is 3. If x equals 7, so we replace our x with the 7, what's the difference between 3 and 7? The answer is 4. If we continue like that, replacing the x value with the numbers given, if we replace it with 5, our y value becomes 2. If we replace it with 8, our y value becomes 5. Now let's look closely at the next one. If we replace our x value with 1, and we ask ourselves what's the difference between 3 and 1, it's actually going to be a negative number, and we will get into that more in detail throughout the year, but our answer will be -2. In the next lesson, we will discuss how to take these numbers and plot them in a graph.